Hello and welcome to Sarmaji.com. Good governance? What's the big idea? Let's dive into it. Today we're going to break down the concept of good governance. It's a big deal, but it doesn't have to be a boring lecture. Stick with me and we'll make it interesting. So, what exactly is good governance? At its core, it's about creating a system where the government works effectively for the people it serves. Imagine a government that listens to its citizens, makes fair decisions, and operates transparently. Sounds ideal, right? Think of it like this. Good governance is like having a functioning government, one that actually works for the people it's supposed to serve. It's not just about having leaders in place, it's about having leaders who are accountable and responsible. It's about having a system where things are fair, transparent, and efficient. This means that decisions are made openly, resources are used wisely, and everyone gets a fair shot, where leaders are accountable for their actions and citizens have a say in how they're governed. This two-way street ensures that the government remains in check and truly serves the public interest. Sounds pretty basic, right? You'd be surprised how often it's not. Many governments struggle with corruption, inefficiency, and a lack of transparency. These issues can lead to widespread dissatisfaction and unrest. Good governance is based on a few key principles. We're talking transparency, accountability, the rule of law, participation, responsiveness, equity, and efficiency. Each of these principles plays a crucial role in ensuring that the government functions smoothly and fairly. These principles are like the ingredients for a well-functioning society. Without them, things can get messy, unfair, and downright chaotic. Imagine trying to bake a cake without flour or sugar. It just wouldn't work. So, why should you care about good governance? Because it affects every aspect of our lives. From the quality of education our children receive to the healthcare services available to us, good governance plays a pivotal role. It determines the quality of education, healthcare, infrastructure, and so much more. When governance is good, schools are well funded, hospitals are well equipped, and roads are well maintained, and even the air we breathe. Environmental policies and regulations are part of good governance, ensuring that industries don't pollute our air and water. Good governance is essential for a country to thrive and for its citizens to prosper. When the government works well, it creates an environment where businesses can flourish, communities can grow, and people can lead happy, fulfilling lives. But achieving good governance isn't easy. It requires constant effort, vigilance, and participation from everyone. Citizens need to stay informed, vote responsibly, and hold their leaders accountable. Community involvement is also crucial. When people come together to address local issues, they can make a significant impact. Whether it's through volunteering, attending town hall meetings, or simply staying informed, every action counts. On a global scale, good governance can lead to better international relations and cooperation. Countries that practice good governance are often more stable and prosperous, making them better partners in the global community. History has shown us that the fight for good governance is ongoing. From civil rights movements to modern-day protests, people have always stood up for their right to be governed fairly and justly. Education plays a vital role in promoting good governance. By teaching the next generation about their rights and responsibilities, we can ensure that they grow up to be informed and active citizens. Technology has also opened new avenues for promoting good governance. Online platforms allow for greater transparency and citizen engagement, making it easier for people to stay informed and involved. In the end, good governance is about creating a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. It's about fairness, justice, and making sure that no one is left behind. So let's all do our part to promote good governance. Together we can build a better, more just world. Let's break down these principles, starting with transparency. Transparency is a cornerstone of a healthy democracy and an essential element for ensuring accountability in government actions. In a nutshell, transparency means the government's business is the people's business. It ensures that citizens have the right to access information about what their government is doing, how decisions are made, and how public funds are being utilized. It's about making information about government activities, budgets, and decisions readily available to the public. This includes everything from meeting minutes and budget reports to policy drafts and performance evaluations. Think of it like this. Imagine your city council is deciding how to spend taxpayer money. Without transparency, these decisions could be made without public input or oversight, leading to potential misuse of funds. Transparency means they wouldn't just make decisions behind closed doors. Instead, they would be required to hold open meetings where citizens can attend, observe, and participate in the decision-making process. They'd hold open meetings, publish their budget proposals online, and give citizens a chance to weigh in. This open approach allows for a more informed and engaged citizenry, fostering a sense of community and shared responsibility. Transparency is crucial for building trust between citizens and their government. When government actions are visible and understandable, it helps to create a bond of trust and mutual respect. When people can see what their government is doing and how their money is being spent, they're more likely to feel confident in the system. This confidence is essential for the smooth functioning of a democratic society. On the flip side, a lack of transparency breeds suspicion, rumors, and ultimately distrust. When information is hidden or hard to access, people start to question the motives and actions of their leaders, leading to a breakdown in the relationship between the government and its citizens. History has shown us time and again that secrecy in government can lead to corruption and abuse of power. Scandals and cover-ups erode public trust and can have long-lasting negative impacts on society. In today's digital age, technology plays a vital role in enhancing transparency. Governments can use online portals and digital tools to share information more efficiently and engage with citizens in real time. Education and awareness are also key components. By educating citizens about their rights to access information and how to navigate government processes, we empower them to hold their leaders accountable. Ultimately, transparency is about creating an open and inclusive environment where everyone has a voice. It's about ensuring that government actions are conducted in the light of day, where they can be scrutinized and debated by the public. When transparency is embraced, it leads to a more vibrant, engaged, and trusting society. It paves the way for better governance and a stronger democracy, where the government truly serves the people. Next up, accountability. This one's all about making sure those in power are held responsible for their actions. Accountability is a cornerstone of a functioning democracy and a transparent government. It means having mechanisms in place to ensure that government officials and institutions are answerable to the public for their decisions and their conduct. These mechanisms can include audits, public inquiries, and regular reporting to the citizens. Think of it like a report card for the government. Just as students are graded on their performance, government officials should be evaluated on how well they fulfill their duties and promises. Accountability means they can't just do whatever they want without consequences. If they fail to meet their obligations or engage in misconduct, there should be repercussions. If they make promises, they need to deliver. Campaign promises should not be empty words. They should translate into tangible actions and improvements in society. And if they mess up, there should be a system in place to hold them accountable, whether it's through elections, independent oversight bodies, or even the courts. Elections allow citizens to vote out ineffective or corrupt officials, while oversight bodies and the judiciary can investigate and penalize wrongdoing. Accountability is essential for preventing corruption and abuse of power. When officials know they are being monitored and that there are consequences for unethical behavior, they are more likely to act in the public's best interest. When government officials know they're being watched and that there will be consequences for wrongdoing, they're less likely to act in their own self-interest. This creates a culture of integrity and trust, which is vital for the health of any democracy. Moreover, accountability fosters greater public participation and engagement. When people see that their voices matter and that they can influence government actions, they are more likely to get involved in civic activities and hold their leaders to higher standards. In the end, accountability is not just about punishing the wrongdoers, it's about creating a system where transparency, responsibility, and public trust are the norms. It's about ensuring that the government serves the people and not the other way around. So the next time you hear about accountability, remember that it's a fundamental aspect of a healthy democracy. It's what keeps the wheels of justice turning and ensures that power is used for the benefit of all. Section 4, the rule of law. No one is above the law, not even the government. The rule of law is another cornerstone of good governance. This principle basically means that everyone is equal in the eyes of the law. No one is above it, not even the government. It means having a system where laws are clear, fair, and enforced consistently, regardless of someone's position or power. Imagine a society where the police can arrest anyone they want without a reason, or where the government can seize your property just because they feel like it. Sounds pretty scary, right? That's why the rule of law is so important. It protects individual rights, ensures fairness, and prevents arbitrary use of power. Section 5. Participation. It's your country, get involved. Now let's talk about participation. This one's all about you, the citizens. Participation means having a voice in how your country is run. It's about being able to express your opinions, engage in political discourse, vote in free and fair elections, and hold your elected officials accountable. Think of it like this. You wouldn't want to live in a house where you had no say in the rules, right? Well, a country is no different. Citizen participation is essential for a healthy democracy. It ensures that the government is truly representative of the people's will and that diverse perspectives are taken into account in decision-making processes. Thank you for watching sarmaji.com. Stay tuned for more informative videos.